Check, welcome in. It is your Clippers Talk pregame show live from Intuit Dome. Ooh, this is new. This is very new. And God is beautiful. Thanks to Big Brother Jake Warner for making it all happen today because nobody else was going to do it. And that's when you call big bro. If anybody's in here and can hear in the comments section, let me know. I don't know if we're actually live or not. Just want to see if you can hear me on this side. I guess I could open my phone. Evil Bot says, yeah, buddy. You can hear me? We're good? Sounds like we're good. Big Bro saves the day. You guys want to see a legend? This is the man right here. This is the man. You guys want to see the Intuit Dome? Is it not the eighth wonder of the world? Or are we at 9? Halo board and my Halo with the selfie light. What's cool is when we're here for home games, I can talk to you guys pregame before we even start the pregame show. And it's not an issue. When they're on the road and I'm back in Burbank, can't do that. Can just chat with you in the chat, but not audible. Speaking of, I need to pull up my notes here. Pregame starting at 6:30, so just about 24 minutes away for Clippers Countdown. We're doing a countdown to Clippers Countdown now. My God, I didn't think we'd be here so soon. Evil Bot, we're on, baby. Jeffrey Beltran says, on the shuttle to the Dome, can't wait. Oh, can't wait already? We got a Noah Eagle in already? JMI 1324, will you be at Clippers versus Celtics November 25th in Boston? I will not be there in Boston. I'll be back in Burbank. Char Celiacio says, whoa, that's a good angle to see the wall's steep wow factor. You want to see the wall? So 51 rows, straight up. There are no suites on that side. You can see around here, there's suites everywhere else, but not with the wall. And that is the difference. How is it being an Intuit Dome? Basketball heaven, basketball nirvana. There's Mike Noto behind me. He has no idea he's on video. I may start doing this, though, for every single pregame show. Hans says, how is it being an Intuit Dome? Very nice. Sounds like starters are going to play more in this game, too. And it looks like the starting lineup that we will likely see opening night unless Kawhi Leonard is back. But he's not playing Thursday either. We already know that. So it's unlikely that he will be back, I would say, at this point for game one. But who knows? They're not skipping any steps. And Kawhi talked about a ramp-up process. Sky, is this Sky Jones? I did talk with Kai just for a second earlier while he was getting a pregame workout out. I just said, what's up, Kai? That's it. Sky said, pretty cool. Hope we get that W. Is there a Clippers After Dark tonight? There may be. There might be. There could be. It's a distinct possibility. What are you looking forward to most tonight? I'll tell you. I want to see how loud this place is going to get. I don't know how full it's going to be for a preseason game. It should be pretty full because it's Intuit Dome's first game. But I don't know how full it's going to be. And I just want to see how loud it could get. That's something we've been talking about all offseason. And I am extremely excited about that. Because nobody knows, and we're going to find out together all at once. Hans said, I really think the Clippers will overachieve this season. We'll see. William Blast said Kobe Brown can play the 4. He can. Can he play it well? Has he proven anything yet? No, he has not. It is just a guess at this point. Starting lineup tonight: James Harden, Norman Powell, Terrence Mann, DJ, and Ivica Zubac. The one I told you it would likely be if Kawhi is not in. Opening night. We don't know that's a fact yet. We just heard he's not playing at all in the preseason because La Murray asked Coach Lou pregame, is he playing on Thursday? And he could already say definitively no. Jeffrey Beltran says it's a pretty packed shuttle coming from the Valley. Should be a good crowd. Good to know. Feet on the ground. We got people everywhere. Letting us know what time it is. Letting us know what type of crowd is going to be tonight at Intuit Dome. Ooh, Big Bro just brought up a good point. We don't have Club 111 anymore. No more Club 111. 25 live. I like it. That's our section over here. Broadcasting row. TV's just a little bit further down. Brian Seam will be over there. Jim Jackson will be over there. So we're all in one row together. And that's a good thing. He's gotten a chance in the G League. I don't think he shined enough there. He didn't shoot well enough from three. He's on the roster. He's not on a two-way, William, so I don't know what you mean Kobe Brown needs a chance. He has gotten a chance. He's on the roster. He'll get his opportunity. He got one last year, 10, 15-game sample. Evil Bot says, want to see if Derrick Jones Jr. is going to play hard on them. Airplane mode on. Going up against his former squad in the Dallas Mavericks, you would assume so. Looking forward to that. It could be a Dante DiVincenzo-like situation. Okay, maybe that's asking a little bit too much. Love having you guys in here already. In fact, I'm going to tweet out that we are already live on the YouTube side. Get used to this. Once I'm settled and ready to go, might as well. I'll put out the tweet now. Intuit Dome. It's too fun. Even when I get bad questions, it's still too fun. I enjoy it. Big Bro hooked it up with the technology, so we will do it. Let me see here. Speaking of technology, can I get a post in X, a tweet out? I'm not sure how. We are live from Intuit Dome. Man, this is fun. I got to tell you, I haven't been this hyped in a long time. I've never been this hyped for a preseason game. I can tell you that much. We got that new arena, that fresh new arena smell. William Blast asks, is KPJ definitely in the rotation at this point? I don't think anything's definitely at this point outside of James, Kawhi, and Ivica Zubac when Kawhi's healthy. Maybe Norm, you could say. Maddox Vasio 999 says, 999. What seed you got the Clippers this year? I don't know. Tell me how many games Kawhi is playing, and I'll tell you what seed they could get if he plays that many. Kind of hard to project with this team when we don't know the status of Kawhi Leonard, don't you think? Since he's like their best player. Evil Bot says, yes, he's backup point guard to the KPJ question. We'll see. I think Norman Powell's going to play some point guard. Sounds like Coach Lou's going to bring him out early with Ivica Zubac. So they both start. They both come out early, 5 or 6 minute mark. Then brings them back in towards the end of the first quarter to bridge the first and the second quarter without James Harden. That's my guess. Max Vega says, Clay in a new uniform with the Mavericks should be interesting to see. I am looking forward to that. Klay Thompson. One of my favorite NBA players, actually. I love his style, his attitude. He is so, everybody's their own worst critic. He is certainly that. Han said, you think Batum is too old at this point to start in place of Kawhi? No, but the problem is Batum doesn't always like starting. Could he start the 4? Yes. But if he's only playing 20 to 25 minutes per night at most, then he could get really cold by the time he comes back because this is someone you want closing games. So if you're saying he comes out with the starters, then is on the bench maybe the rest of the first half, if he plays the entire first quarter, or maybe you bring him in towards the end of the second quarter, it's just difficult to juggle his minutes for a guy that's starting that may only end up playing 20 minutes a night, is my point. Are we really asking this again? Hey, Maddox, tell me how many games you got Kawhi playing, and I'll tell you what seed the Clippers can get this year. Evil Bot's answering it. He says 6 seed no matter what. That's aspirational. That means Kawhi is going to have to play 55-plus games at least. William Blast said, how bad is the Mo Bamba injury? How much longer will he be out? Let me check. Nobody gave him that information. Sore Losers Gaming says, my guy Adam, stay putting that work in. LFG, Clips. You know, we are 7 days a week now here on Clippers Talk on the YouTube side. Ray says 10% body fat Adam Osland has made it to the Intuit Dome. About that. I wouldn't go so far as 10%. I think I'll get, let's see, this upcoming weekend, I'll do another DEXA scan and see where I'm at. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to make it to 10% by the time the regular season starts. But that's okay. I'll keep going. I got to check over my notes here. You guys mind talking amongst yourselves? By the way, we'll have Carlo to my left for pregame in a little bit. We'll also have Tomara Zarli as a pregame guest. I don't know if you guys heard that sound. It's lit. Like there's going to be, a few snags, some wrinkles to iron out. First basketball game, first sporting event here, Intuit Dome, is appropriate because this is the Clippers Palace now. This is dedicated to Clippers games. You're not waiting for a hockey game to get done, a Laker game to get done. Nah, this is the Clippers. This is all theirs. Everything else is secondary. I think that was the effects that was giving us that buzzer a little bit earlier. That was wild. But that's okay. We will persevere no matter what hiccups we have tonight. We will not go quietly into the night. Today is our Independence Day. Sore Losers Gaming says Adam has no tolerance for casuals. I mean, without casuals, I might not be able to get to shoot down as many questions as I do, and it is kind of fun. I love you all anyways. Hans said courtside at Intuit is bucket list stuff. You can check out, I think I was sitting in Steve Ballmer's seat earlier to give that perspective underneath the basket where he sits. That's at Follow Anime on Twitter or X. Also at Clippers Talk on TikTok. And at Clippers Talk Follow Anime on Instagram if you want to check out some of those videos. What's the view from the booth like? Not too shabby. Hey, there's Carlo behind me. And a young man. I don't know what that sound is coming from. First Jake leaves, and all of a sudden we get this sound. I think it'll be fixed before we start. Katie, do you hear it? Katie? She probably muted me. Hello, hello. Producer Katie, back in Burbank. See if we can have us in queue. Uncle Mike says, salute to the chat and my guy at the Intuit home court. Salute to the Clippers. Salute to Steve Ballmer. God bless Steve Ballmer for making all this happen, guys. Ray says, sounds like interference. They're running interference. I don't know what that was. I think it's the effects. Because you have like a microphone down low, picking up some courtside stuff. Call it the effects. Welcome to the show. Toazari will join us. Tomer's coming up at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Got him. It's not just because the Dodgers lost. Did I say that? Did you guys hear that? Is this live? I'm not a Dodger fan, all right? I'm a San Francisco Giant fan. Jake, twice, like as soon as you got up, there was a long ring, like beep effects. I knew it. Is it something that is going to happen once we start, or they're just testing it?
It's just a testing, my man.
See, I told you guys not to worry. Jake's got us.
Always.
Live in 25, son.
25 live.
25 to live? 25 live.
25 live. I mean, if somebody else is clever enough, they can change the name. But
no, that's good.
I'm just saying.
It's been baptized. 25 live is it. It's lit. It is it. Pull up the score from last game. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Michael Torres says, Clippers fans since 1986. You have been through it. Thanks for staying around. This is why I always say Clippers fans are the best fans of all time. You know how I know that? Because they're still here after all they've been through. You can say that for Chargers fans, too. There's a few different fan bases that have been through some hell, and they're still here. That's why they're the best. Best fans. That's what I'm saying, dog. Can you guys hear Katie on the stream? She just said something in my ear. Did you guys hear that? Probably not. Sore Losers Gaming says, keeping a close eye on Jordan Miller tonight. Haven't really watched our previous games. You've missed out. Ooh, Jolie Rose says, on my way to tonight's game from Fresno County. Drive safe. We'll see you at the Dome. It is real and spectacular. Even though, I mean, the Halo board, I don't know how this translates on video, guys, but it doesn't look real. It is. It's physical. And it's real 4K, dual-sided, about an acre long. It just looks so surreal. I would say it's like augmented reality. Wait a second. Donald Brown, Chargers do have real fans. How dare you? I know 2 of them. They can hear you right now. And they just picked up a dub. And they have Harbaugh, who I'm a big fan of. Ray says can't hear Katie. You're in luck, Ray. I mean, wait a second. I'm sorry. Get in the chat, Katie. You're going to troll the hell out of me. You're probably already in here. Timothy Albueno says, can you get a parking expert to give us some tips? I'm going Thursday, and I am lost as to where I should park around the stadium. I am not the guy for that.
West Garage.
Is that where everybody
That's
parks?
where everybody parks, in the West Garage.
Can it handle everybody? Is that big?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's huge.
Where'd you park? I'm on 6.
West Garage on 6.
On floor 6?
Yep.
Thank God I'm not there. All I need is protein bars. What kind of burritos? West Garage is sold out, says Ray. What does that mean? Are there some parking lots nearby that will charge you $20? Park on someone's lawn? Look at the Rose Bowl. Michael Torres says, who is on your Clippers Mount Rushmore? Let's see. Ralph Waller. Blake Griffin. Probably CP3. I don't know. Some people think it's controversial, but I'd probably go Kawhi. Kawhi's the best player to ever put on a Clippers jersey. Bill Walton, even though he was injury prone too, huge for the organization back then. Take an Uber and drive back home? That'd be an expensive Uber, man. I live in Burbank. Sore Losers Gaming's on the East Coast. We got people all over the place. Somebody from Japan's always in here. East Garage. Or pay for the Hollywood Park Garage across the street. Okay. Good to know. If you far east side, we're not. Show starts in 2 minutes. How's it going? Adam. Elvis. Nice to meet you. Oh, is it Monday Night Football? All right. Show starts in 1 minute. You can also be on AM 570 LA Sports. You can listen to us on iHeartRadio. Pregame and postgame, though, will be here on the YouTube Live on the Clippers Talk channel, which is now 7 days a week. Enjoy. I hope you guys like the show. We're just coming out of Dodger Talk. Welcome into a special edition, a preseason edition of Clippers Countdown, and welcome home, Clipper Nation. Whether you say it was 6 years in the making from the start of development or 46 years in the making since the Clippers were on the West Coast, you now finally have your own home here at Intuit Dome. It is beautiful, it's real and spectacular. Check out the amenities like no other arena or stadium in the world. The remote controls at each seat, more legroom, along with charging ports. And there's really not a bad seat in the house, as you'll be closer to the action than ever. Whether you're courtside or sitting up top near the acre-long Halo 360 board, which means you'll be closer to the next Kai Jones game-winning alley-oop. Kai Jones and Sky Jones making us look good with that prediction there, and also paid tribute to the Rain Man and Sean Kemp, who was in the building as Kai Jones finished off a night of pro basketball back in Seattle with that game-winning lob from Jordan Miller. So they go from one Steve Ballmer home to another now with our fearless leader not only keeping the Clippers right here in Los Angeles, but building us the greatest place on earth to watch a basketball game. Tip time from Intuit Dome between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks is just about 57 minutes away. Coming up here in your pregame show, Toazari will be here. But up next, it's your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. You're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
What up, live stream?
We got Carlo.
I feel like a rookie. It's me and
Live 25.
25 live. I can get behind that. Is it me or is it hot up here, man? Because you're up here. That's good, huh?
It's the equipment working overtime because it's been on since like 11.
A little hot.
Man, I've been sweating all day, bro. Yes, I know we're on a live stream. It's hot.
Tell her how it is, big bro.
But yeah, I tell the truth for the most part.
I think Nelly's coming on the way back in now.
It's getting hot in here.
What's the view of the game look like? You want to know, Timothy Albueno?
So PJ Washington's playing today. Kind of interesting.
Anybody else?
Net Clay for 5 seconds, probably. Jason Kidd was asked, so what do you what do you want what do you want to get out of this preseason? He goes, be healthy.
That's fair.
That means we are seeing no one today. That's okay.
Hey, that's one of my keys. Stay healthy.
Stay healthy. I like it. At least we got sugar free in the building.
EvilBot says Carlo looks like he could do a Superman movie.
I've gotten that once or twice, EvilBot. I've gotten that once or twice.
Guy thinks he's Christopher Reeves over here.
I am. Just wait till you see me fly away.
Henry Cavill.
Second quarter, I'm going to be on the floor.
Welcome back into Intuit Dome. It is game number 4 of the preseason and the first game here at your new home, Clipper Nation. It's Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Oslin. This is the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. Tip-off is just about 56 minutes away. First game here at Intuit Dome. Clippers taking on a rival in the Dallas Mavericks. First regular season game will be on October 23rd. They'll see another rival in the Phoenix Suns. Joining the show right now, not a rival. He is a coworker. He is our friend. He is him, Carlo Jimenez, your radio voice of the Clippers. Carlo, my guy, how we doing?
Adam, we are great. We are great. We're here, and I think you made that clear earlier when we got here. We made it. You know, this was a building that was announced 9 years ago. Now, none of us were working our jobs 9 years ago, but the fact that we are the ones who get to see it open, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
It is a privilege. We have entered the promised land as our fearless leader, Steve Ballmer, led us here. It is a beautiful sight to behold. Got a lot of coverage, obviously, Carlo, at Carlo the Broadcaster on TikTok.
Oh, thank you.
You can find me at Follow Adam A.
I follow that.
A lot of pregame stuff for you guys, showing you what it looks like courtside, showing you the wall, showing you the Halo 360 board. And if you're watching on the YouTube live side at Clippers Talk on YouTube, you can also see as I flip the laptop around here and there just how beautiful and how this stadium and arena sets itself apart from anything we've ever seen before. It is Intuit Dome. It's the 8th wonder of the world. Glad you guys are joining us here for the first broadcast from Intuit Dome for Clippers basketball. Carlo, you were up in Seattle on Friday night. The Clippers were able to pull through late. Kai Jones, call him Sky Jones. Call him the best player late in the ball game that took the Clippers home back to Intuit Dome with that huge dunk off the alley-oop from Jordan Miller. It was special to see a young player like that have a moment like that right now here, even in the preseason. This is a guy trying to make a two-way spot. It was important for him, and I think it lifted all the spirits with this Clippers team.
I don't think anybody on this Clipper team, Adam, has played better game-to-game than Kai Jones. Clearly, there's just an exponential increase in how good he is being, and something Ty Lue mentioned to us, we want him to focus on defense. Well, he comes away with 5 blocks. And I want him to be more active in the pick and roll. He comes away with a game-winning dunk. I thought what was so impressive is he told Jordan Miller in his interview postgame with David Pingalore, hey, the dunk's going to be there. I'm there if you drive the lane. Little Steve Kerr, Michael Jordan, I'm going to be there if you want. And Jordan trusted him, Jordan Miller, that is, and Kai Jones coming away with the dunk. So the communication, the coachability, and then his increase in his ability game to game, just so much to be excited about for Kai Jones.
The Clippers would win 101-99 over the Portland Trail Blazers in Seattle as they brought NBA basketball back there. It will be back there permanently, probably in a few years from now. We're hoping. #SonicsGate. Kai Jones ended up finishing with just 8 points, but 5 blocks. So we're seeing different parts of his game right now. Offensively, we know the lobs are there. We know he can run the floor, be his man down the floor, and the verticality that the Clippers have needed so much, he's supplying that. But then on the other end, he's also using it there to redirect shots. Even when he's not getting a block, he's making the opposition have to think about it. That's an important trait from Kai Jones as well.
It's super important when you consider how different the Clippers can be with the Ivica Zubac in and with Kai Jones in. I mean, now defenses have to prepare for somebody like Ivica Zubac, who's going to be a great rim protector. Your big man can't go back to the basket. He's going to be elbow into the back, make sure he stays tall. And then you have somebody to substitute like Kai Jones, who's going to be jumping disciplinedly at basketballs, who's going to be able to get block shots. I think it just adds a great dynamic for this offense, Adam, because now you have 2 different types of rim protectors, and so on different nights, depending on the different teams you're playing, you can play to their strengths.
Yeah, the Clippers have a lot of styles they can play. Styles make fights. Same thing in basketball. Styles and different mismatches. You're going to see the Clippers and their versatility on offense and defense all season long with just how many different guys they can throw at you each and every night. One of them is Jordan Miller, who is another young player on this team. He's on a two-way contract currently. He was the passer on that game-winning play, and the reason he saw it there because Kai Jones let him know, as you mentioned, like Steve Kerr to Michael Jordan in that game in 97 against the Utah Jazz, I'll be ready if you pass it to me. Well, Kai Jones was, but the reason the defense brought so much attention towards Jordan Miller, a different Jordan in this case, he was able to get downhill at will once again in the fourth quarter and make things happen with the runner, the floater, the push shot, and therefore you saw guys load up, double teams, triple teams, and he was able to make the right play. And that's what we've seen from him in the preseason. He's always making the right play out there. And you see the growth, as Coach Lou talked about at postgame, it's slowing down for him. The game is slowing down, and he's able to play a lot faster than some of the other guys out there.
He really is. He said last year he had a million things going on in his head, and this year he feels like the game feels a lot easier for him, and it looks that way, Adam. I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to get that early run, playing more second-unit guys than third-unit guys as this game goes on. Jordan Miller is somebody who the Clippers feel like has a lot of potential, and let's be honest, the CBA of the past, the Clippers probably aren't putting Jordan Miller in all these situations to play big minutes, but now you need a farm talented player. You have to have groups of young guys who are going to be able to play for you in big moments down the stretch. You just can't go get free agents every year and hope they play to a different role. As Big Brother Jake Warner helps me out here, my jacket has fallen onto the floor. We're still learning Intuit Dome, I'm still figuring out things. But I think Jordan Miller is a perfect example, not only of how great this front office has been. I mean, you talk about somebody who's a 52nd pick and now has a chance to play minutes, but also Paul Hewitt. Credit to him in the G League for really grooming Jordan Miller to be the excellent offensive player he is now.
Aldonis Williams, another one of these young guys that has, been wise beyond his years with his play because he's so much in control the last couple of games for the Clippers. In the second half, when they've made their push, he's been on the floor. He got out there and was finding Kai Jones over and over again for some lobs, had a ridiculous Steve Nash-like behind-the-back pass to him. It was special to see out there, and Man truly is coming into his own right now. A young player still, but he has gotten a lot of run over the years, played a lot of college basketball, so the professionalism and the experience is a little bit higher than you would expect from a young player, and it shows right now.
Yeah, a 25-year-old who mentioned 5 years of college basketball, somebody who was excellent at JUCO, where he started, won a Division II championship, then moves on to be ACC Player of the Year. By the time his fifth year in basketball, he goes into the G League, not playing a lot at first. Last year is the most improved player in the G League for the Sioux Falls Skyforce. So this is someone who's had to improve at every level he's played at. He has always been at the bottom of the totem pole and always found a way to work himself towards the top. And you're seeing that similarly with the Clippers here. Law Murray tweeted it out, but he mentioned that Aldonis Williams has 12 assists and 2 turnovers over the last 2 games. No other Clipper has that many assists. His assist-to-turnover ratio over the last 2 contests, the best on this Clipper roster. He continues to prove, as the last guy who was signed in a training camp, that, he can be a piece for the G League Clippers and maybe has an NBA future in front of him.
Clippers were winners Friday night in Seattle, 101-99 over the Portland Trail Blazers. Tonight, they open up Intuit Dome. Welcome home, Clipper Nation. Let's see if they can do it in style. They're taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Tip-off is just about 48 minutes away. More from Carlo Jimenez next. You're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Here's a question, chat. Is Derek Jones Jr. going to do as Dante DiVincenzo of this year?
I may have brought that up earlier.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? I don't know. Are we going to save that till the regular season, or are we going to see it today?
He might have some smoke from Dallas already.
All I know is if Najee Marshall's on one side and Derek's on the other, he's going at him.
Airplane mode, cleared for takeoff. LAX is just right over there.
Oh, excited to see it.
Sounds like an injury to Paul George. That's not good.
That is not good. Big bro, I'm trusting you today. Normally at this part of the game, I'd say, hey, it's a little loud. Right now, though, I'm going to wait till game time.
Derrick Jones Jr. didn't get traded, Ray, but it sounded like if he came back, he may not be starting anymore. He wasn't offered as much money either.
Yeah,
so
yeah. From what I understand is they offered Derrick 3 years, 27. He said no. They offered the same contract to Najee, and he took it. So they're like, we're paying $27 million. You want it, or we're going to give it to this guy?
Yeah, there's something about going up against your former employer. There always is, and I'm sure he's going to take that as a slight. So I expect him to play very hard tonight. We'll update you in a little bit, but obviously the Dallas Mavericks, they're down a few players.
Yeah.
So while the Clippers, we might see more from the starters tonight, it sounds like from Coach Lou earlier, the Dallas Mavericks, yeah, they're missing their big guns.
Hey, but you know what? That's okay. I'm a little surprised at him because, and we'll get into this on the actual broadcast, or on the live broadcast, I should say, on the radio. But Dallas has the toughest schedule in the first 2 months of the season. So you'd think, there's two ways to approach that. You could say, let's just be healthy, which seems like the way they're approaching it. Or you could maybe be a little more aggressive about how you approach preseason.
Welcome into Intuit Dome, Clipper Nation. For the first basketball game ever played here, it's preseason game number 4 for your Los Angeles Clippers. They're taking on a familiar foe in the Dallas Mavericks. Tip-off is just 47 minutes away. I'm Adam Oslin. This is the official pregame show for your Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers Countdown. Whether you're listening on AM 570 LA Sports or watching on the YouTube Live, we appreciate it. We're back with your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. Before we get to Clippers Rewind, Toazari is also on deck here in your pregame show. Clippers coming off a victory off a Kai Jones oop from Jordan Miller Friday night in Seattle. 101-99 was the final. They still had to close things out defensively in that game, Carlo. And we've seen them, especially in the half court, play really good, consistent defense throughout the preseason. We expect that to be one of the hallmarks of this team moving into the regular season.
100%. This is a team that's trying to build their identity on rebounding the basketball and on playing really hard on the defensive end. And I think that has been emphasized in every shoot-around, in every practice, and continues to be the calling card of this team. The question, Adam, is going to be, how do you bring that every night, and who does that start with? And I almost think to Chris Dunn, and his ability to bring the juice, to bring the energy, really looks to be someone who could help the troops maybe feel riled up on the second night of a back-to-back and get ready to go. And so excited to see his impact on the defensive end. But the Clippers are going to need to. They're going to have to be a good defensive team. And with the way they're built, that is just a priority for this team. We'll see if they can hold another opponent to under 100 points.
Something else we saw Friday night that's indicative of how this Clippers team wants to play on the offensive side is those long advanced outlet passes. It was James Harden throwing them. KPJ had one. But those quick hitters, those quick strike plays, that's super important for this Clippers team because we know at times, depending on the health of Kawhi Leonard, they could struggle in the half court. They got to get some easy buckets. They were able to against Portland.
Yeah, getting out in transition seems to be a key for the Clippers. It was a key for Clipper opponents last year. A lot of teams would get out and run against this Clipper team. I think they saw that and said, hey, we can get easy looks. When you have an older-ish group, it's not the oldest team in the NBA like last year, but there's an older group for the Clippers. Anytime you can maybe steal a possession, not have to play a full 24, and come away with points, feels like a win, feels like an opportunity to rest guys a little bit, and the Clippers are trying to do that. You saw the guys who were outletting. It was Derrick Jones Jr., it was Bones Highland, the young guns getting out and running, and James Harden doing his best Patrick Mahomes impression, finding him down the court.
It's one thing to have more athleticism on this team, but you have to use it as well. That's one way to do it. James Harden, by the way, in the ball game, 14 points, 5 assists in just 18 minutes, knocked down 3 3-pointers. The play has been a little bit up and down offensively. They've lacked some crispness at times in the preseason. But overall, James Harden looks good. It sounds like he may not be playing on Thursday, so this could be more of the dress rehearsal before Game 1 against the Phoenix Suns, October 23rd.
Yeah, the start of the schedule is not easy for the Clippers, so I'm not surprised that Ty Lue wants to rest somebody like James Harden, who we've talked about multiple times on this broadcast, but maybe works the hardest of any of the Clipper players. The last one on the floor, communicating with his team, being that leader, really taking the responsibility of putting the team on his back. So excited to see James Harden show out one more time and then rest those legs, because we both know he's going to need them. That usage rate is going to be high for James Harden this season.
We were talking about it during the break a little bit, but a familiar place, or familiar face in a new place, I should say, with Derek Jones Jr. now with your Los Angeles Clippers after being with the Dallas Mavericks last season. That can bring a little bit more edge, a little bit more energy to a contest like this, even in the preseason. We saw it with Dante DiVincenzo going up against the New York Knickerbockers, playing for the Minnesota Timberwolves now. Got into it with Brunson's dad post-game a little bit. But what I like from Derek Jones Jr. Friday night against the Portland Trail Blazers in the Clippers' 2-point victory was he also got into his mid-range a couple of times, knocked one of those shots down. I want to see how his offensive game evolves now with maybe a bigger opportunity on this Clippers team, or maybe he could turn into a guy who's more of a three-level scorer than we thought. He's still the young age of 27.
You're right, Adam. Feels like he's been in the league a long time, but his best years still yet to happen. For Derek Jones Jr., you talked about that mid-range. I mean, I remember he took one, sandwiched by two defenders, not even a slither of space, still able to knock it down. And when you got a 7-foot wingspan, you can shoot over a lot of guys who are a lot taller, and that's going to be a huge strength for him. Derek Jones Jr.'s offensive ability is a key piece for this Clipper team. Can he be an effective, consistent scorer? He has the tools. He has the body type. Now it's just putting that into motion. And so for this Clipper team, maybe we see him be leaned on a little bit more today, and then come over to Thursday, Derek Jones Jr. might be given the keys to the offense, and Ty Lue saying, hey, let's see what you got. Shoot the ball every single time. So excited to see what he can do.
He's Carlo Jimenez. I'm Adam Osland. We are live from Intuit Dome. It is the first game being played here. It's preseason game number 4 for your Los Angeles Clippers. They're taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Tip-off is just about 42 minutes away. We'll let Carlo go for now. He'll be back in just a little bit. But up next here in the pregame show Clippers Countdown, we're going back in time in Clippers Rewind right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Looking amazing up there on that video board. I see it on that halo. What's up, Casey? AK-47's in the spots before they make.
Jake, are we okay wires-wise if I switch with him? I don't want to pull on anything.
There we go. Don't cut that ice cream. What's up, buddy?
We'll wait for next time. It's been a long enough day.
Oh, there's that jersey. There's that jersey, 56.
I want to see Kai against Eric Lively, too.
Show that jersey again. Show it again. Turn around, show that jersey again.
Go on mute.
I like how you looked. It was like, that's me. What we eat? What you got in there? What you eat? I'll come back to you in just a second. There's my family. Oh, they're already ready. Oh, he's focused. He's focused. Yeah, we're talking about you, sir. How's the hot dog? Good. Flew 8,000 miles, huh? 8,000 miles.
Up with the Clips all season long. What's next? Send out by texting Hoops to 213-577-8333. It's 213-577-1833. Just text Hoops to that number.
Clipper Nation, welcome home. Welcome to Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Osland as we are live from Intuit Dome. Tip-off between the Clippers and Dallas Mavericks is just 39 minutes away. It's preseason game number 4 for your LA Clippers. Still to come here on Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show for your Los Angeles Clippers. We will have Toazari on, plus your player to watch, your injury report, and much more. But first, We're going back in time in Clippers Rewind. Just over about 4 years ago, to August 17th of 2020, Bill and Ted's next movie was out. I didn't see it. I heard it was homage basically to the first one. Didn't they have a sequel in Bogus Journey? I believe I saw that with the Grim Reaper. Sugar by Harry Styles was #1 on the Billboard charts. And after the NBA was on hiatus because of COVID, it returned to Orlando, the bubble. The Clippers, though, they were in Game 1 of a first-round series against the Dallas Mavericks.
Tickets for select games start as low as $29. Visit clippers.com/tickets to grab your seats. Join us for a game day season. Somos Liver Nation, join us at one of our upcoming Somos Liver Nation games presented by Modelo and Ticketmaster. Arrive early to enjoy live music, family-friendly games, and more in the plaza. Visit clippers.com/Somos to secure your seats. This election, your voice could be a game changer. Make sure you register to vote. Learn more and explore voter resources at clippers.com/vote2024. Clipper Nation, get ready to wild out. Nick Cannon brings MTV's Wild and Out Live into a numbers final coverage.
Noah Eagle on the call there. Luka may have had 42 in that Game 1, but the Clippers would win 118-110 over the Dallas Mavericks, thanks to 29 from Kawhi and 27 from Paul George, who is now in Philadelphia. And thoughts and prayers, it looked like he took a tough spill, a dangerous play earlier tonight in their preseason contest. Hoping Paul George is okay. Those highlights coming to you from August 17th of 2020. Clippers taking on the Dallas Mavericks in Orlando. Tonight, a new venue. Here's the Intuit Dome. Clippers and Dallas Mavericks just 36 minutes away here on Clippers Countdown. And up next, we will get to your player to watch. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Yeah, it came disconnected for a hot second. Yeah, that was me. There's no space up here. I can't even. I gotta lean a certain way. I can't touch a certain area. No. You're good. It was me. Shouldn't happen again.
Evil boss staying up late.
We see you, buddy.
Manny Cellular says Aldonis Williams, his player to watch. Coming up, I'll ask Carlo about his player to watch. Yeah. You got it. Thank you.
Can my player to watch be Adam Osland?
You know in that video, you're not going to be seen. You got to make sure you don't cover your face. What's up, guys? I think I hear you. There you go.
So that's the media row over there, right?
Show off that hat. Show off that hat with those pins in it. We see the pins. Oh, he's checkmark certified too, huh? There you go.
Uh-huh. Does somebody know?
Oh, yeah. What we eat? Looks like empanadas. Empanadas. What are we eating over there? Chicken tenders? Waffle fries? Oh, yes. Popcorn. I can spot popcorn a mile away.
And the Clippers are finally home, taking on the Dallas Mavericks from Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. We are live from Intuit Dome and just 34 minutes away from tip-off. Clippers and Dallas Mavericks Still to come here in the pregame show, Clippers Countdown. We will get to your injury report, and Toazari from Clutch Points will join me. But first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Also, we'll get back to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez in just a bit. But before all that, been hot with my players to watch. I had Jordan Miller Tuesday in San Diego. He balled out. Then we saw Kai Jones with the game winner, my player to watch Friday night. Sky Jones. Tonight, I'm going with Kobe Brown. I want to see a little bit more consistency from Kobe with both the shot and the playmaking. He's got to get the board and bring it up himself sometimes. Show off that aggressiveness. Set the table a little bit because he can be a little bit of a point forward out there. He reads the floor very well. Kobe Brown took just 4 shots last game, had 0 assists. He's got to get both those categories up tonight. I think he will against the Dallas Mavericks. Bit of a dress rehearsal, though, for the Clippers, so we'll see how many minutes he gets. Tip-off is just 32 minutes away from Intuit Dome. I'm happy to say that, Clipper Nation. Finally, you have a real home court advantage. Thank you, Steve Ballmer. Tip-off again, just 32 minutes away. Coming up next, we'll get to your injury report right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. It's loud in here, but it's sparse with people. Here. Carlo, you want to sit in my...
Thank you so much, Mr. Erickson, and thank you, Clipper Nation. I would say I'm excited, but it doesn't even justify what I'm feeling right now. This is a dream.
Super excited. Like, I don't know about you, but I didn't sleep last night knowing that we're home. We're here. We're in a brand new arena. Inglewood, Intuit, how we feeling? If music's in the radio, I can hear everybody in here. Watch, let's try it again. Intuit, how you feel?
Clipper Nation, we are so excited to be back for another season of the Major History Almost alongside the best DJ in the NBA. My co-host, DJ Tibbs.
I say we have some fun. I'm so excited.
We're home. We have the home. Intuit Dome.
That's not good. That's not good.
That's how excited I am. Get your request in if you want something, if you have something you want to hear. I need to know about it.
That is not good.
I'll take care of you. I'll shout you out if I can get a chance. Shout out to my man DJ C's that's already checked in. Shout out to anybody that's already sliding with me. I want to talk to you. You ready? You got a big question? Or just
I'll slide into the DM.
slide to the end? All right. Go Clips.
Can I see it? Chat, Tomer Azarli just gave me his phone. It's so on.
And enjoyable sports and entertainment experience. Please be advised that events engaging in any destructive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the corridor of play, or using
Welcome in to Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Moslin as we are just about 29 minutes away from tip-off. Clippers taking on the Dallas Mavericks. It is the first game here at Intuit Dome and preseason game number 4 for your Los Angeles Clippers. Still to come. We'll get to Tomer Azarli of Clutch Points, but right now let's get to your injury report. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code KLAC to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. So no Kawhi Leonard, so no Mo Bamba or Trenton Flowers for the Clippers. As for the Dallas Mavericks, they will be without Luka Doncic. He's got a left calf contusion as a bruise. Kyrie Irving, rest purposes. Maxi Kleba, left ankle sprain. Dante Exum, he's out with the right wrist. Okay, it's getting too deep into their court now. I'm just going to put the phone down. A lot of their main guys are out, as you would expect. but this is an event for Clipper Nation all the same. And it's still a rival of theirs. And we got Derek Jones Jr. going up against his former organization in the Dallas Mavericks. It should be a good one tonight here at Intuit Dome. Opening night for Clippers basketball. Tip-off just 28 minutes away. And up next, we'll get to Toazari from Clutch Points right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. We can talk during the break.
Oh,
Hey, somebody in the chat wants to know if there's an update on Mo Bamba. We didn't get one today, did we?
he's just continuing to rehab, work on his,
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Coach Lou sounded like he'd be comfortable even if he didn't play all of the preseason to throw him into game one of the regular season.
Yeah, I asked him about that at practice. He said basically he just wants to see him healthy more than anything because he's like, I know what Mo can do, and
Right.
again, it's a backup role, so not, I think it's going to fluctuate between him, Kai, Nico, even, so he just wants to see him healthy.
I mean, Kai's still got to get that two-way. It's not official yet, baby. But
I'm
yeah, he's
intrigued
got it.
by, but they took out the games limit for 2 ways, didn't they?
I thought it's still 41 games.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. But in any case, yeah,
He's got it.
he's learning. He's learning. He's getting better.
I love him.
I don't love is this walk up here. Holy moly!
Hey, the walk is fine. Chat, the walk is fine. It's nothing.
I'm just a little lazy. It's my first time here. Beautiful though. Very nice.
It's an adjustment. JMI 1324 says, "What's up, Tomer?"
What up? What up? Paul George just got injured. Hyperextend. Paul George suffered an injury. Oh wow! Did you see this? When did that happen?
Second quarter.
Yeah,
Wow.
hyperextension of the knee.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Did it look similar to when he hyperextended it against OKC with
that
us?
was also his left leg.
Yeah.
How did it look?
I haven't seen it yet. I hope he's all right. That is, I was kind of surprised to see it. They beat Atlanta. I see it. One more time.
Left knee on the plant right here.
Ah! Oh, man. Be okay, PG. That's awful.
Boom.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Welcome to the Promised Land, Clipper Nation, as we are live from Intuit Dome for Game 1 here in this beautiful cathedral to basketball that Steve Ballmer has built. Tip-off is just 26 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland here on Clippers Countdown. Coming up, we'll get back to Carlo Jimenez, but joining the show right now is our friend Tomer Azarli, who was my partner earlier as we were hanging out waiting to get in. It was the old Mervin's commercial. Open, open, open. Tomer, how we doing?
Doing great, Adam. Thanks for having me. Honored to be the first Intuit Dome guest here.
Well, I happened to run into you, and you happen to be a nice guy, so it worked out. Let's start things off with this Clippers team and Kai Jones, as we were discussing him a little bit during the break, talking about Mo Bamba with people in the chat on the YouTube side, at Clippers Talk on YouTube. If you want to get into the chat and ask us some questions, we can answer them during the break. But Kai Jones is ascending currently. The last two games were a much better representation of what he can be, I think, in this league than game one against the Golden State Warriors for a guy who just hadn't played high-level basketball, at least in the NBA, in some time. What are your expectations for the young man in Kai Jones, who right now is their backup center?
I mean, as long as, Mo Bamba is dealing with the knee soreness, that's going to be Kai's position. I think he's going to have a great opportunity to excel. I didn't really catch that Friday night game I was dealing with, but in watching the replay, he played fantastic. Got a couple blocks, I think 5 or 6 blocks, something like that. A couple steals, very active. I think they just need to do the right things. Just, rotate over, just pay attention defensively. It's really all about that. If they're able to do that, if he's able to do that, I think he can be very solid for them. I think his athleticism is something that's much needed on this team. We know for years we've talked about youth and athleticism. He brings both of those things. He's he's got a long frame. He's able to get in passing lanes. So if he's able to kind of put it all together, which again, I think he's only like 21, 22. I think this is officially like his second year in the league. So like he's got a lot of time to grow. And I think the Clippers are kind of excited with what they see so far. I am.
Did you maybe hear the call on the radio side with myself and Carlo Jimenez where right before the alley-oop play on the game winner, I said, just give it to Sky Jones and let's get to Intuit Dome on Monday. And then it
Sky
happened,
Jones.
Tomer. I called him Sky Jones, and then he had the game-winning alley-oop. How about it?
So basically, you're dictating everything from now on basketball.
Whatever
Whatever you say goes.
I don't want to say I am pulling the strings here or have any control over this. I think a broken clock is right twice a day, and that's all it was. Blind squirrel found a nut finally. Let's talk about the starters a little bit because it sounds like this may be more of the dress rehearsal type of game before their first game opening night here at Intuit Dome in the regular season against the Phoenix Suns on October 23rd. How much do you expect James Harden to play in this one, and what do you think of the starting group? Because that, to me, has always been the five you're going to go with if Kawhi is not available.
Yeah, so I asked Ty pregame about what the plan was with James because he's played in every preseason game so far, and I think he said he's going to play tonight, probably the same as the last couple of games, play in the first half and then rest the second half, and then we'll see. I think he's going to rest on Thursday against the Kings, which is the preseason finale, about a week from when they're supposed to tip off the season. So, I think James is going to be primed for a really big season for as long as Kawhi is out. I think, again, there's not a lot of clarity with him right now. So people are kind of just, kind of really taking it day by day and seeing when he's able to get back. But until then, again, with this starting lineup here with James Harden, Norman Powell, Terrence Mann, Derek Jones Jr., and Ivica Zubac, looks like that'll be the starting lineup to start the season if Kawhi's not able to go. You get a good mix of offense there with Norm. Terrence has obviously improved offensively. Derek Jones is a slasher, and obviously Zoo, we've seen what he can do and continuing to do offensively. So, it's going to be James's team until Kawhi can get back. It's going to be on James's shoulders to carry a lot of the offensive burden, and I think it's something that he hasn't had to do for a couple of years now. Dating back to his Houston days, which was like 2019, 2020. So it's been a minute. So we'll see. I think he's capable of it. I think he's just got to get in that mode again after a couple of years of being kind of a playmaker first, but I think he's capable of it. He's shown he's able to do it. So,
how much more are they looking for from Terrence Mann offensively now? No Paul George. This is a different makeup. No Kawhi Leonard for the time being. Just what can Terrence Mann do to help out and supplement some of the scoring that's lost?
Yeah, I think you saw, offensively he's got to just shoot more. I think we've talked about his three-point shooting. He's about 40%. I think last year he started off slow after the ankle injury, but once the calendar flipped to 2024, he was a 40% three-point shooter. That's just what they need him to be, and I think they just need him to shoot more. I think on a team like this that is going to desperately need some shooting, you just need Terrence to be a willing shooter. I think we saw spurts of that at times, but you really need him to become much more of a willing shooter and just get up, 7 to 8 threes a game, maybe even close to 9 if possible. And so, I think we'll get there. I think he has to kind of get there. So I think we'll get there.
What about Kevin Porter Jr. and what his role could be on this Clippers team? We know how skilled and how talented he is. We also know the NBA is still investigating him. We don't know if a suspension could come down or how long it might be. But when he's available for this ball club, Coach Lue said glowing things about him at Media Day, saying if we're going to have success this season, he's going to have a big impact on that. How do you see KPJ being used?
Yeah, I'm genuinely curious because he's a very elite individual offensive talent. I just think you need to see that translate into more of a team basketball. And again, he played in Greece where they kind of just gave him the ropes and said, go get us some points. And in Houston, I think that was very kind of disorganized system, if you want to call it. And so I think in each of those stops, he probably developed some bad habits that you kind of need to get out, too much isolation ball. I think he's a willing playmaker. He's a good passer. I think you just got to get in the mindset of looking for guys and just getting everyone involved. I think he's very much capable of it, just as much as he's capable of getting you 25, 30 a night. So it's all about the team. How do you bring everything that you have together to help the team, not just yourself? And I think Ty's been high on him, and I think we're going to see, maybe not right away, it might take some time, but I think we'll see that kind of develop, sort of like Kai Jones. Just we'll see him, that team aspect really showing up more.
As we stick with the young guys here, Jordan Miller, another impressive performance, 6 of 12 from the floor, knocked down a three-pointer, had 15 points in the Clippers' 101-99 victory against Portland up in Seattle against the Blazers on Friday night. Jordan Miller has been really showing off the last year as a Clipper. When you go back to the G League, he was the 8th highest scorer at over 20 points per game. He was the runner-up, being the MVP in the Summer League. and now he's looked good against preseason competition. The sky's the limit. What's the old Jordan phrase? The roof is the limit.
Ceiling is the roof.
The ceiling is the roof.
Should have been Summer League MVP. Just saying.
I agree.
No, I think he's another guy. I mean, I think he's older, obviously, and he's got a lot of college experience, a lot of G League experience. At this point, it feels like that G League experience is probably a little. He's too good for that at this point. So I think he needs to. Honestly, sometimes the league just about opportunity. You just need an opportunity to get out there and play. A lot of guys get to the league, but they don't get the right opportunity in the right system. That's really what it might come down to. I think Jordan has shown that he's capable of contributing, but as a primary guy. Now, how does he, translate that where he and Kobe were the number one guys in Summer League and in G League? How does he become a complementary guy who can assist James and Norm in what they want to do out there? Be a knockdown shooter, defend the best player, take a charge here, get a deflection here. Those kind of small things, I think will go a long way towards earning him playing time in the big leagues. But again, I think a lot of it really is just about opportunity. He's done everything he could and continues to. He's always had a positive mindset, positive, just mentality. Whenever I talk to him, he's the happiest guy. So I'm happy for him. Really great to see him now. Finally has a locker here at Intuit Dome. And so, I think really just comes down to opportunity. I think he's the guy who will be ready when given that opportunity.
Your first impression here at Intuit Dome on game night?
This place is incredible. The wall is incredible. I mean, it's one thing to talk about the wall, but to see however many rows that is in a row is absolutely incredible. And then just, again, the court, I mean, the Halo board, the behind the scenes, everything's so squeaky clean, brand new. Everyone's still learning who's allowed to access what area and whatnot. So, I think it's cool. It's cool. It's very fun to be a part of something like this. That's you just haven't seen an arena like this. I mean, even Jason Kidd pregame was like, Clipper fans should be ecstatic. This is one of the greatest things. See the Clippers coming out right now. Yeah, this is incredible.
The Clippers taking the floor for the first time here at Intuit Dome, Clipper Nation, as Norman Stormin Powell led them onto the floor there. He was out in front, the vanguard. Oh, Kendrick Lamar in the house. Don't believe Drake would appreciate this. Tough.
Yeah, great arena, beautiful arena. I mean, I don't know what else you could say about it. It's tailored to the fans, tailored to the players, and it really shows it. So after how many years of talking about this now?
6 years in development, but you could say 46 years basically since they became the Clippers in San Diego, and they were searching and looking for a permanent home, a place that was theirs, a place they wouldn't have to share, and they finally have it here at Intuit Dome. Clipper Nation, you got to be feeling a little bit blessed tonight. Thank you, Steve Ballmer. If you're watching on the YouTube live side on Clippers Talk, I'm flipping my laptop around and giving you that full scope of the arena. And let me see the Clippers as they come out onto the court. It is going to be a special night here. History being made. The Intuit Dome is open for basketball. Clippers taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Once again, our guest here in your media roundtable, Toazari from Clutch Points. Tomer, my friend, good to see you. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Coming up next, we'll get you a look around the league right here on Clippers Countdown on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Thank you. That was great. We love Tomer here. He's a good one, guys. How are we feeling, Clipper Nation? Those in the chat. Not the box. The ox. I remember I heard this as soon as it came out on that Saturday. I said, it's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go home. Let's go home. K. Dot ended it. Clippers talk inside Club 32. Daniel V says, we like that. If you're listening to us throughout the arena, Big Bro's going, Club 32. Where's that at? Oh. Clipper Nation, welcome back into Intuit Dome. Your beautiful arena, your new home, your first home. Brought to you by Steve Ballmer. Tip-off between the Clippers and Dallas Mavericks here at Intuit Dome is just 13 minutes away. Coming up, we'll get back to Carlo Jimenez. But first, let's get to your league look-around. Brought to you by Toyota's electrified lineup, including hybrids, plug-in hybrids, all electric, and even fuel cell electric vehicles. So you can choose exactly the type you need for your lifestyle. We make it easy. Earlier, scary situation in Philadelphia. The Sixers won 104-89 over the Atlanta Hawks, but it looked like Paul George left the game with a hyperextended left knee. Not trying to play doctor here. Looked different than what we saw with Lou Dort when he hyperextended the left knee against the OKC Thunder back at, that would be Crypto.com Arena a couple of seasons ago. Hoping for the best for PG-13 Paul George. Elsewhere, the Grizzlies went into Indiana and won 120-116. Zach Edey was eaten 23-9 for their first-round draft pick. Late in the fourth quarter in Milwaukee, Bucks over the Bulls 107-104. Dame Dalla has 20 points and 9 assists in that game. Bucks up by 3, just under 2 minutes left. Coming up next, back to Carlo Jimenez. We got the Clippers here at Intuit Dome, taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Tip-off just moments away right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. M7MD Boy says Norman and Derek masterpiece incoming. I don't like that. I don't mind that, I mean.
I like it.
I like it. I don't mind it. Manny Cellular says electrical outlet at every seat. Jonathan Ing says Clipper Nation, we have our own home. Manny says that Halo screen is the best thing in sports. You guys want to see some more? Oh, yeah. It is incredible. Seeing it in person, you know, watching on the webcam doesn't do it justice, but you all got to get out here to a game. It is everything that was promised. Steve Ballmer has delivered. Look, there's a lot of sound in here. Food was good, I heard. Food was real good. Big Bro confirmed it.
Probably some of the best press food I've ever eaten. And I'm not that. I'm not just saying that because you know I'm honest.
Hey, Big Bro said it.
It was amazing. More to come, they said.
straight out of Inglewood. You're listening to Clippers Countdown here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just 9 minutes away for the first basketball game. Here at home, Clipper Nation, you finally have one. I'm Adam Mosland. We'll get to your keys to victory, but first, back to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. Carlo, I mentioned it earlier. My player to watch tonight, that would be Kobe Brown. Who do you got for the Clippers?
Can I get a sneaky Trenton Flowers? First time he's playing all preseason? According to Law Murray?
I did not know
According
that.
to Law Murray, first time Trenton Flowers is in uniform in warmups. Does that mean he's playing, though? No. But we don't get an injury report in preseason, so we don't really know. But if he's warming up in uniform, I would imagine he's playing. I'm going Trenton Flowers, the former top 10 recruit who took the NBL route, heading over to Australia. Would love to see him get some good minutes. I think he's another young guy, who was projected to be a top 15 overall NBA pick at him before going over to the NBL. He plays a couple of games there. All of a sudden, their coach gets fired. Everything's thrown to the wayside of what he expected. So excited to see him be excellent for this Clipper team today.
Clippers taking on the Dallas Mavericks. We're here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just 8 minutes away for the first game ever played here. Stick with us. I'm Adam Mosland. Carlo Jimenez is on the call. Coming up next, we'll get to your keys to victory right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. So it's not super full at the moment, but we've seen this also happen in LA at Staples Center at crypto.com, and then it gets very full. It's just a preseason game, but as long as it's, 3/4, 60% full, anywhere there, we might get an idea of just how much louder this place can get. I'm excited. Clipper Nation, we're going to all experience it together.
Are we? Just kidding.
Why do you got to be like that, guys? Is that Evil Bot Carlo now?
Evil Bot Carlo. I'm just excited, guys, to be able to see because Adam's ring light right now is blinding us here up in the booth. Just kidding. It's good. We look good.
It smooths out some of the creases in my
we look
forehead a
good.
little bit.
We look good. Botox? Jake, what do you think? Do we need Botox up here? No, we're good.
Not yet.
We got younger, too. We got Joey Kimball, who's going to do our stats today.
Joey,
say what's up.
say hi to the live.
Yeah, Joey.
What up? Joey on Clippers
Young
Talk.
stud out of UC. This man was doing stats for the Warriors last year in high school.
Damn.
Yeah. Talk about a young goat.
I'll take a guy from the Golden State Warriors over here.
That's what I'm saying.
That's good pedigree.
That's what I'm saying.
As long as it's not the Lakers, we're fine.
They developed championship level talent over there, and that's what we got. Although Joey does go to UCLA, so
Carlos got issues
that
there.
hurts. That hurts me a little bit.
USC still has a better record than them, at least. Penn State, brother. I'm sorry.
The problem was Noah wasn't calling the game. Like, I get Oregon, Ohio State, but come on, Noah.
He called it for my Ducks.
Come on, Noah. Your fake Ducks team.
Fake Ducks team? What do you mean fake Ducks
Not
team?
fake Duck team, fake Duck fandom.
Shots fired.
Welcome to pregame behind the scenes.
Tip-off from Intuit Dome is just about 5.5 minutes away. Clipper Nation, they're taking on the Dallas Mavericks here in preseason game number 4 for your Los Angeles Clippers. Let's get to your keys to victory. Clippers had just 12 turnovers Friday night against the Portland Trail Blazers in Seattle. Got to keep them down. The closer you get to the regular season, we're hoping to see more of a glimpse into the future of what this Clippers offense could be. Got to take care of those careless turnovers we saw the first 2 games of the preseason. They cleaned things up a little bit against the Blazers on Friday. Clippers also had 16 fast break points last game. Keep it around there. Last season, they were just under 15 per game. That was good to be 12th in the league. We want to see if they can be top 5 in the league this season. So get it up to maybe 16, 17 fast break points per game. And let's see this Clippers team with all this athleticism now get out and run. All right, here we go. It's Carlo Jimenez on the call for the Clippers and Mavericks from Intuit Dome as tip-off is coming up next right here on your Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Chat, we'll be back post game. Love you all. Thanks for being in here. We'll have post game for you from Intuit Dome. Carlo, I think, is taking a pic. In case you guys needed one too, just screenshot that. Talk to you in about 2 hours. We're on AM 570 LA Sports, by the way, tonight. The big channel.